know what I think is hilarious? It's the fact that Kamala Harris's party, the Democratic Party, spent tens of millions of dollars to suffocate and end R. Kennedy Jr.'s presidential run. They kept him in court. They tried to trap him in state courthouses so he couldn't actually go and run an effective campaign. And now, what happened? It actually led him to President Trump. They've joined forces. He is now on the Trump train, and he's going to do incredible, beautiful things for him. But here's what I think is incredibly ironic. They strategically used the media to silence him. They used it to suppress stories. And now, a day before the election, you know what's happening? Kamala Harris, HQ, on Twitter, everywhere else. Now they're posting all of these videos of RFK Jr. alongside Trump. Some of these just have RFK Jr. alone. And even this one right here, check this out. Even this one with Danica Patrick, it is they're just using all these different fear tactics to try to get people to create this strong association and recognition with RFK Jr. And they're trying to villainize him so much to not get people to vote for Trump. But personally, I actually think all these videos are having a reverse effect. I like this is a great video that I actually like. Let's start here. Kamala HQ shared this. They wrote, Trump surrogate says Trump will put billionaires and extremists who support a national abortion ban in charge. Look at what Danica says. She says, you literally get 6 presidents. When you pick Trump, you get JD Vance, you get Bobby Kennedy, you get Tulsi, you get Vivek, you get Elon Musk. Watch this video and tell me, without any of the context of Kamala HQ, you tell me if this is a good video, okay?
So if it wasn't already enough what he could do for this country, you literally get 6 presidents when you pick him. You get Donald Trump, you get JD Vance, you get Bobby Kennedy, you get Tulsi Gabbard, you get Vivek Ramaswamy, and you get Elon Musk.
Like I'm sorry, Kamala HQ, but this is like not good for your campaign. When I saw that you posted this, I thought, are you campaigning for Trump? Do you want RFK Jr. to actually have that position of power? Do you want to see him in a leadership role? Like this video looks like it's so pro Trump, and you even hear it in the audience here. Like people want that. Whenever this wonderful human is saying like you literally get 6 presidents, that's what people want. People are literally voting for Trump, or people are literally voting for RK Jr., for Tulsi, for Vivek through Trump, and they know it. But that's not a bad thing. Like you're making it spin, like you're spinning it out to be. Like no, people actually like this. Whenever I saw this, I thought of this meme and I thought it was hilarious. It was, I'm already voting for him. You don't have to sell me. But in this comment section, I'm kind of alone. Look at all these other comments. Zion Darkwood says, I'm sorry, but I don't want 6 presidents. I don't want RFK Jr. to have anything to do with our nation's health. I don't want the guy, Elon Musk, who praises Argentina for having a great economy while 57% of the country is living in poverty. Like, I don't want to live in poverty. If you don't want to live in poverty, don't vote for Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. The economy was better under Trump. People had more money in their pockets. The dollar went further. Grocery prices weren't skyrocketing. Gas wasn't crazy. If you don't want to live in poverty, don't vote for Kamala Harris. It's crazy. And another person said, even more reason to vote against Trump. Even every one of these figures has huge liabilities. Newsflash, every person comes with liabilities. You pick the person whose liabilities are actually where the cost is worth the risk. And I'm sorry, but whenever I hear all these people, like whenever I see the things that JD Vance could do, whenever I see the things that RFK Jr. could do, that Tulsi could do, that Vivek could do, that Elon Musk could do, like Elon Musk alone is such a powerhouse here, where you're talking about, creating some sort of Department of Government Efficiency. Like, I'm sorry, I know you want to think that the government is responsible in their spending, but that's just not true. The government is a highly ineffective. And even and people like Elon Musk have been talking a lot about this. They're saying he was trying to figure out how many departments of the government there are. And even AI, ChatGPT, even Grok can't tell you. Like no one knows how many departments there are, and that's a problem because like, don't you think it's a little absurd that the IRS constantly is able to monitor how much money we spend and where we spend it, but that there's not equal transparency. That's a problem. We shouldn't have a government that's that big, and if it is that big, there should at least be some sort of transparency. And I think that's at the core. That's the core value that people are pushing, especially in particular with Elon Musk and this Department of Government Efficiency. Right? We are demanding some sort of transparency. So this other clip that I wanted to share was again from Kamala HQ, and it's you said Jr. is going to do whatever he wants in controlling Americans' healthcare, but let's check this out.
Guys, you said last time, President Trump, you said last time you Robert F. Kennedy Jr. do whatever he wants to help.
Well, he's going to have a big role in health. In fact, we just left. In fact, I think he might be here.
He's right here.
Where is he?
Yeah. He brought HHS.
His views on that.
We'll be talking about a lot of things, but he's going to have a big role in healthcare, a very big role. He knows it better than anybody. He's got some views that I happen to agree with very strongly, and I have for a long time. For years, you and I would agree. We'll be seeing it as a.
What about the vaccine?
There you have it. If you see this clip alone, I think the majority of people are going to say, I actually like this idea. Yes, like people are sick and we don't know why. People want to be healthy, and there's a whole core that's in between that's in between Trump and RFK Jr., which is making America healthy again. Like this is what we're trying to do. We want to study essentially the effects of vaccines. We want to study why people are sick. We want to study why people are being diagnosed with ADHD in skyrocketing conditions. This doesn't make any sense. We need to study these things instead of actually throwing pills at them. Maybe we need to look at the food that we're consuming, right? And all these things they make sense to so many people. And again, this is Kamala Harris trying to use these crazy fear tactics to scare people into not voting for Trump. But I'm over here watching this and I'm like, this is probably good. If like I would much rather have RFK Jr. at the head of this table than what we have right now. Like I love that Kamala HQ Lies went ahead and they shared this. They wrote that the claim is RFK Jr. is the last person who should be setting a healthcare policy in America. And they wrote that Kamala's current assistant secretary for U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is fat and trans. Get real. And let's watch this video just really quick, just for a second.
Is to pursue common sense solutions, to listen to those, even those who disagree with me, to listen to experts, and to be a president for all Americans.
See, so you talk about experts, but I don't know if we had to choose our experts right now, personally. And if you wanted, you could choose that person as your expert, sure. I think I'd rather choose RFK Jr. If you're just asking me where I'm leading to personally, I'd rather choose RFK Jr. Now, the last thing I wanted to share, another one from Kamala HQ, is she's showing this very outdated video of RFK saying that he would sign a national abortion ban. And again, you're seeing this common theme with Kamala HQ where they're trying to scare people into not voting for President Trump this time around. And look at this video really quick.
So you would cap it at 15 weeks?
Yes.
Or 21 weeks?
Yeah, 3 months.
So 3 months. You would sign a federal cap on that?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
So, like I said, very old video, and RFK Jr. has actually updated his position on this. Not that Kamala Harris would ever actually, give someone credit for changing their minds and developing a deeper understanding of things. But I actually love that RFK Jr. took the time a couple of months ago. This was back in June. He said abortion has been a notoriously divisive issue in America, but I actually see it as an emerging census that abortion should be legal up until a certain number of weeks and restricted thereafter. Even in the reddest of red states, voters reject total abortion bans, and in blue states, almost no one supports third third trimester abortions except to save the life of the mother. And so I support the emerging census that abortion should be restricted up until a certain point. And look at this. But I also believe that we can, and I love that RFK Jr. is such a person who says, you know what? It's not just good enough to put a Band-Aid on the solution. We need to actually solve it at the root. And this is him saying, but I also believe that we can reduce more abortions in America by choice than by force. This is at the heart of the more choices, more life policy we've developed. He's so good at this. Every abortion is a tragedy. And by better supporting mothers, parents, and families, we can dramatically reduce abortions across the board. So that is definitely a simplification. But if you wanted to see this entire video, it will be linked up in my description along with all of these things that we talk about. But this thing that RFK Jr. does, where he goes into these, where he describes his epiphanies, I think just it was very well said by Larry Sharp yesterday whenever I had him on this live. And I love what he said. And he says that Kamala Harris never actually develops her thinking at a higher level. And because of that, she never backtracks. She never goes and changes her mind. She never actually elevates the conversation, unlike RFK Jr. Listen to this short clip with Larry and me.
I do a lot of coaching.
Yes.
It's one of the things I do. You have
That's
to announce the epiphany. Right?
Wow.
You can't just go, I think that now. No one believes you. And the perfect example was RFK Jr. RFK Jr. was not for the wall.
Good.
He was all about open borders. Then his people said, dude, you got to go to the border. So he went to the border. And he was like, oh, okay, no. I was totally wrong. This is a mistake. But that was it.
And what he does, RFK Jr. actually goes and does his homework. And if he's ever wrong about something, he will tell you he was wrong and he was wrong. And he has a different understanding of things. And I absolutely love that. And that's what has been true throughout his entire career. His entire career could be summarized in one singular sentence, or at least for me. And it would be, he is someone who is searching for truth. Okay. He is someone who is highly skeptical of things. He's someone who doesn't just accept the truth that comes from the top. No, he's someone who's like, no, let's see why. Let's answer the question behind the question. Let's go a little deeper. Let's pull back the curtain. Let's peel the onion. That's what he does. And I don't know about you, but that's the person that I want at the head of the table. That's the person that I want taking the seat. That's just me. That's what I think. But what do you think? What do you think about this? What do you think about Kamala Harris effectively campaigning for RFK Jr.? This is just, to me, it's so ironic. Like, Kamala, you hated this man. Your party hated this man. And now you are essentially campaigning for this man. And honestly, I kind of like it. Like, look at this clip. It has over 3 million views. It's insane. Anyways, let me know what you thought about this. Kind of a short video today, but I'm happy to have this conversation with you guys. Anyways, let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you all next time. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Are you ready for the election? It's gonna be so crazy. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate your time so much, and I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to support what we're building here, please like and subscribe. It means a lot, and it really helps us out. And if you want to see even more content from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing a lot more on there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.